Killer main guesses how good you are based off your survivor pick.
I'm a survivor. We're a dying breed.
This obviously doesn't ring true for every person that plays these survivors, so don't get your hissy in a fit if I rank your main low. This is also based around my level of matchmaking. I've almost 500 hours stuck into this game. There are people with a lot more than me, but I've played the game enough to have basic observations about every survivor. If I put your main in S or F tier, I'm not saying you personally are gone or trash at this game. It's just what I expect from you in the pre-match lobby, which is an internal bias that likely doesn't actually reflect how you personally play the game. Dwight. Dwights have the most obvious stereotype in the game. They're either no and suck, or they're dressed like a dolphin suck. I think they're good enough to play bully squads, and they're trying to get a flashlight set on the Lightborn killer for the 4th time this game. I've also seen Dwight and Claudette couples using the hook down your skins. So if I see you both using the outfit, I know you're gonna be together the entire game, and I'll have to hunt one of you down before I even think about trying to hook your partner, because you do everything in your power to save them. I also don't think the Dwight Locker meme is true. It's funny, but I haven't seen real evidence of it, or at least not enough to believe it. There is the occasional super team leader Dwight that only runs team-based perks and is probably the communications director of the South. Team leader Dwight played well would be S tier, but that's a minority compared to most Dwights who I can comfortably put in IC. Meg and Nea. I'm putting them both in B tier. Their player base is the same and they play exactly the same. They are so similar in my head that I don't even know what perks are specifically theirs. I just know what perks Meg and Nea players use. They're the first choice when it comes to runners. They're average at what they do, but at least they're proactive and can make the game interesting. I'm not necessarily worried when I see them in the lobby. But if either of them are here and they're bringing flashlights, I know what I'm getting into and I have to prepare myself accordingly. For you, the game has like 34 survivors. For me, there are 33. Also higher chance of being toxic than other survivors. B tier, Claudette. I've never been afraid of a Claudette. You're healing yourself in the corner while I'm killing your team. None of you know how flashlights work. A Claudette in the lobby isn't a cause of no concern. It's a notion that this game might go easy for me. The only standouts are the couples with Dwight that I mentioned earlier and the occasional tryhard that wear dark clothes to blend in with the environment easier. But for the most part, low D tier. Jake Park. Jakes are usually newer players that thought Jake looked cooler than Dwight. I don't see a lot of them. There's something to be said about solo squads, but I honestly think people don't play Jake for that. They just dump blood points into him to get his subutter perk and never play him. Low B tier. Bills are bad at the game. They're also more willing to die than any other survivor in existence. They will take protection hits. They will do risky unlocks while they are injured. They will get themselves killed trying to rescue a survivor while exit gates are open. You are more dedicated to your team than any other survivor main. But you're probably getting left behind by ungrateful teammates and are trying to save people that would have been fine regardless. You play like you're unbreakable, but in reality you're living on borrowed time and probably won't make it out with the people you might have saved. I've also never seen you guys bring a flashlight into a game before. C tier. David King. I used to see a lot of you, but now I usually only see people running no matter for the first time and instantly regretting it. Back when a lot of people played David King, I expected runners that were trying to waste my time more than they were trying to get away. Like a mix of Meg and Bill players. You guys aren't bad, but there's nothing too scary going on. I C tier. Laurie Strode, you're gonna miss your decisive strike and disconnect from the match. I don't play against a lot of Lauries, but they're usually not good. Unrelated, but there are so many good cosmetics from the movies you could pull from for Laurie and Michael, and I'm so mad they aren't in the game. Laurie has had so many iterations and it's a huge missed opportunity. Anyways, F tier. Before the decisive strike, North used to be scared of you guys, but now nobody plays you and the players that do are struggling. It's Visconti. I don't play a lot of Survivor, but this is the only one I play when I do.
It's very thematic and cool looking. I think I just saw you walk past me. Oh my god, no, that's not you, that's Michael Myers.
I like you. In terms of what I think you'll play like. Probably a weird bill and 1 or 2 perks I'm not expecting. I'm putting you in A tier because I'm beast and I never know what to expect, but I know it'll be a pain in the ass. Feng Min, you don't need that many cosmetics. Please stop trying to blind me. I don't understand how you're so close and far away at the same time. Leave me alone. Every now and again I'll get a bunny thing that is trying to play the stereotype and fails horribly and dies first and then accuses me of being a tunneling camping hacker in the aftermatch shit, but for the most part I expect a high amount of resistance and I ditch. Despite playing like you got shoved into lockers in high school and now take it and you're out on bullying Dead by Daylight killers instead of doing what other angry nerds do, like signing up to be a pig and shooting unarmed civilians. Usually you're pretty nice about it and aren't toxic enough for match chat. You're the most likely out of any survivor to have a horny username, with Evie being second. Is Tier. Quentin Smith. Upon arriving at Quentin's part of the video, I wanted to invent a category at the bottom that said not enough information. I've seen more people playing Jonathan than I have Quentin. I remember playing against Quentin for a single time and it was mid at best. You get brownie points for being one of the only good parts about the Street Reboot, but as a survivor I don't really think anything of it. Rarest survivor for sure. See Tier. Tapp, you're smart. The perks you're using aren't super rare, but I'll never figure out what they are. You degenerators and not much else, but I'll probably never catch you doing them. Whenever I do catch you though, you surely don't have much of a backup plan. I be Tier. Kate, the Scarecrow costume is one of the best cosmetic sets this game has to offer. As for how you play in-game, it's mid. You're probably running a wiggle build, but you always stay right next to a hook. I hate the horse perk, but it really isn't that good. See Tier. Adam, I'm a little scared of you. You're going to make the game hard for me to play in ways that aren't disrespectful. You want to beg me when you do it, but you lead me into bullets and I'll eat the most obvious stun of my life. You deserve better cosmetics. Have fun running autodidact and never getting a skill check. Deliverance still takes me off guard. I know you're fucking using it and I still forget by the time I actually hook you, then I walk away and you unhook yourself and I'm like, what the fuck, where did he go? Eat here. Jeff, another rare survivor. You're a team player. I don't expect meta perks from you. Also, you're probably an old guy in real life and look like Jeff without a beard or with a longer beard. I am almost convinced nobody else plays him. I beat Tier. Jane, you spend more time joking about your bountiful behind than you do actually playing the game. The meme isn't funny anymore. I don't care about this specific video game characters full of true sus. You're bad and aren't good. Whatever. See Tier. Ish, I love you guys. I really do. But I don't expect a lot from you. This is one of the survivors people poorly and only play because they like the character. Regardless of losing or winning, you'll be cocky about it and you're probably losing. Sorry, F Tier. Nancy. The last person I saw playing Nancy was named Fancy Nancy and it was the first Nancy I'd seen in months. I love Nancy because I love inner healing. Nancy players know their way around the game but don't excel in any specific playstyle. See Tier. Steve, you're going to be incredibly annoying. If you're wearing anything but the Scorp's outfit, you're pretty chill. If you're wearing the Scorp's outfit, you're going to ruin this game for me and then ruin my life. Survivors DC against Nurse and I want to DC against Steve's. This is the only character with a bully squad stereotype that I've never not seen true to frame. There's a part of me that thinks playing Steve just makes you better at the game. Leave me alone. Esther. Johnny boy, you're alright. You play this character to stunt on people who don't have him, which I understand. But the times I have played against you weren't impressive. Rare but not a threat. See Tier. You weak, tight Feng Min players. Be Tier. Zarina, underrated. Underpaid. You came to Dead by Daylight coupled with my favorite killer in the game, Kill, which makes me like you. But I have no strong opinions one way or another in terms of your gameplay performance. See Tier. Cheryl Mason. Every Cheryl I play against is 3 or above and usually wears bloody cosmetics to show your dedication. You used to be that absolutely no Cheryl player in the world used any other outfit than her base or bloody. But now that Princess Heart has been added to the game alongside Feng Min's equal attention kick, I'm starting to see more variety in dressage. You're pretty good and I expect a lot out of you. Oh, wait here. James Sunderland. I like you. I don't think you're super good at the game, but I like you. I see Tier. The other 2 Silent Hill characters. Whatever. I don't see a lot of people play you. Yes, players like to roleplay as a nurse and bring healing perks, I guess. See Tier. Felix, I'm guessing that you are a player that has just ascended from knowing what you're doing to being slightly better than the average player. You surely don't make it out alive, but that doesn't mean you're bad at the game. Not good in a chase, but better in other respects. B tier. Elodie. I used to play Elodie a lot while I was grinding to get Deception, which is my single favorite perk in the game. You're going to give me a tough time regardless of your skill level. Low B tier. Yun-Jin, Twitch streamer. You start chase to have entertaining content, but then they during the chase and subject your viewers to watching you sit on a hook. D tier. Mikaela Reed, E tier. Not because you're good at the game, but because I fucking hate bull totems. Seeing you in the lobby and knowing you're going to give everyone free healing makes me angry. Jonah, underrated survivor. Fun to play with but bad. Probably playing on console. D tier. Yoichi, also probably a Twitch streamer. You run underrated perks that only you know are good. Low A tier. Haddie, not enough information. You're still a pretty new survivor to me, but nobody plays you. The only time I saw Haddies in my games are the times where you had to play as Haddie for rift challenges. C tier. The Residential Evils. Resident Evil players are all pretty similar to me with only slight differences. I couple you all in P tier. Rebecca's have the highest chance out of every survivor in the game to try and befriend the killer before actually playing. Kills are usually running proactive perks that put them in the killer's line of sight. And it's like to roleplay and be sneaky. I also see you grow up a lot. When there's more than one Resident Evil survivor, I put it in a tier for survive with friends shenanigans. But alone you are B tier. The only real standout are Leon players who get dipped straight into F tier. I expect nothing but failed flashbangs and overconfidence from Leon players. Resident Evil brings so many people to the game that Leon players are a new player pick similar to Dwight. The only difference to this all is that equipping the Resident Evil 4 jacket automatically shoots you to A tier for me, because it tells me you've put enough time into this character to be good at the game and actually hit your bangs. But other cosmetics or the default skin make me think F tier. On another note, Resident Evil players are usually pretty nice. I don't think I've had someone playing a Resident Evil survivor be mean to me enough to match chat. And that's it. I'm making other Tierlist videos soon because they are fun to write. Like and subscribe. Oh god, I almost forgot. I don't know anything about Vittorio because at the time of writing, he isn't playable in the base game yet. However, I think his perks are really interesting and I love his design. I'm guessing after the wave of new players he's only going to be touched by creative players that like always having an edge over the killer wherever they are at. That's the kind of vibes I get from him. If he was in the game I'd put him in low E tier based off aesthetics alone.